Hey everyone, I hope you're well. So another Easter egg has been found in the firing range, and this one's pretty crazy. It gives you the ability to go into third person mode. And no, this isn't a glitch that you may have seen before. This is literally an Easter egg that adds third person mode to firing range, and it's a bit strange because why would they do this? Why would they add third person mode to the game unless there's a specific reason for it? Either way, the Easter egg's pretty simple. It's basically the exact same trigger as before. All you need to do is equip nothing, then look down at the ground, crouch, and change your legend. Now make sure crouch is on toggle and not hold, otherwise it may not work. This is one of the problems people were having with the dummy Easter egg, so if you want to make sure it's working, then yes, make sure you're looking down at the ground and make sure you have crouch on toggle. So the spot you need to do is right here. Just get right in this corner and then look at the ground, toggle, and you're good to go. Credit goes to rain_YK on Twitter for this. I'll put a link in the description if you want to find it. Now this has got me thinking, how many other Easter eggs like this in this game? Are there more? I bet people are going to be just going around the map crouching all over the place now to see if they can trigger any Easter eggs. So this is really, really cool. The third person mode actually works really well, which means that it's probably been developed a little bit. This isn't something they've just decided to add for a bit of fun. For example, when you aim down sights, you have these various levels of zoom. You can zoom in. If you have a 2 times, you zoom in a bit more. If you have a 3 times, even more. If you zoom in with a sniper scope, then you actually zoom into the scope itself. All of the animations are of course the third person animations, and they're a bit janky here and there, and you can finally see what it looks like to bunny hop. So yeah, that's very, very silly. So there's 2 things to talk about with this Easter egg. Firstly, one of the things I want to say is this is really cool because it gives us the ability to learn what we look like when we're performing movements. For example, when we're strafing, when we're moving side to side, when we're wall jumping, when we're jumping or crouching, can give us some information to what's best to do in combat. Movement is so important in Apex Legends, and this is kind of a little bit of a tool that will help with that. So that's actually really, really awesome. You can also use all of your abilities in the grapple and just kind of get a feel for how everything looks from another perspective. This is as close as we can get, at least for now, to a replay mode. I'd still really, really love to see a replay mode because that would give us so much more details about why we may have died or what we can do to improve our own movement skills, which is really hard to see when we're playing a first person game. We can't see our movements very well. We don't know if strafing side to side with a character like Caustic, for example, is really that good. And I mean, we can see here, I don't know if this is just some strange glitch, but as you're moving and sprinting, there's this very small period where you're moving really slowly. Now if you take your weapon away, this is removed completely. It's really interesting. These turns, these quick turns you can do, for example, cannot be done if you have a weapon out, even though in first person it feels like you're moving really fast. So that's an interesting thing to talk about. The next thing is, well, it's a bit strange. So far there have been 2 Easter eggs. 1, a third person mode that seems to be pretty well developed, and 2, dummies that shoot you. Now, are they going to come together? Is this another hint for a PvE mode? I don't know, but either way, they've added this in the game. I'm not sure how everybody feels about this. Do all the Respawn devs know that the third person mode is in the game? I don't know. I'm hoping we get a big teaser soon. It's a bit strange, right? Because Overwatch 2 was announced. So maybe I'm just speculating here, but it would be a perfect time for Respawn to do the same if they have any PvE content planned. It'll be a bit interesting if the PvE content they do add, if they do add it, is in third person. I honestly think, maybe people want to have the ability to show off their skins. That's cool. So third person mode would work in PvE, but I'd hope that it was optional so that you could toggle in and out, because first person is so much easier to shoot with. And obviously I really hope this never comes to actual PvP unless they have specific third person only servers. And we know how Respawn is at the moment. They hardly even want to add a permanent duos or solos mode due to kind of segregating the player base. So it's very unlikely that they'll add a third person only mode. So, well, unless it's a limited time, of course. So yeah, this needs to stay PvE only. not PvP. But either way, a really cool Easter egg. You can go in the game and try this right now for yourself. Just once again, make sure your crouch is on toggle, make sure you have nothing in your inventory, and you're good to go. When you hear that sound play, that means it has been successfully completed. And yes, you can do both Easter eggs at once. If anybody else finds any other Easter eggs like this, let me know. Maybe we could piece it together and find out if there's any clues as to what it all means. Thank you so much for watching. I'll put my links in the description to my Twitch, my social media, and my gameplay channel. I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio!